Hi everyone, it's Yasmin. Welcome to OPC and this week's math class, low back care.
Welcome to onlinepilatesclasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the onlinepilatesclasses.com app today.
Low back issues are very individual, but from my experience, mostly it comes from imbalances in our body. So some areas are weak, some are tight, and some are overworked, like our neck and our low back. So in this class, we will wake up areas which support our overworked low back, which is the Thass, our pelvic stability, and the mobility in the rib cage. So if you're suffering from low back pain at the moment, please, it's more important than ever that you take good care of yourself. So skip exercises or replace them if they doesn't feel good in your body. So let's move mindfully, breathe throughout the exercises, and get a balanced workout. So you will need, just for one exercise in the beginning, a foam roller or a small barrel or a spine corrector, whatever you have, and a resistance band. If you have a booty band, it's a little easier, but you can also make a knot in your resistance band, and a magic circle. If you don't have all of them, doesn't matter, just one exercise. Let's get started with the foam roller or small barrel to mobilize the rib cage. So we will go through all areas of the rib cage. We start on the top, and you don't roll with the foam roller, you bend over and make sure you're not arching in your lower back. The low abs stay in the mat. You're bending over because you're working from your upper back. And then round forward, bend over. One more. And then cover the next area a little bit further down. And breathe. And often there are really tight spots, so the next thing, it's getting harder. Try not to compensate with your lower back. This stays still. You're bending over in your rib cage. One more. And then the last part. You breathe deeply. And then the foam roller small bear can go away. So next thing is the resistance band or the booty band, whatever you have. You put it outside the knees. And then we will do a shoulder bridge. And this area you just mobilized stays down, so feel the connection to the back ribs. And now you lift the hips up, outside of the shoulders, press down, and then push out into the band and loosen, press out and in. We will do a few of them to fire up our glutes. Make sure you work from your center here, so you feel your side body here, stomach, back of your ribs, so everything is strong here. Just 10 more. It's hard. And then roll it down and release the band. And then first place your diamond-shaped fingers, thumbs and index finger on your pelvis, thumb on your belly button, and fingers on your pubic bone. Make sure everything is square, so thumb and index finger in one line, as well as the hip bones. And then breathe into your back, and not only into your sides and rib cage. Also try to bring the air into your lower back, into your sit bones. Open up the lower part. And when you breathe into your lower back, feel your lateral stomach muscles are working. And when you breathe out, your lower abs begin to sink into your mat and engaging. One more. Back ribs down. And then grab your magic circle and place it on your sternum. Hands hug the circle, and then forehead on the magic circle, and then roll up to the tips of your shoulders, and roll back. And roll up, and make sure you're not rounding in your lower back, no tucking. The diamond shape stays, and you're just rounding the upper back. You curl into yourself. One more. And then release the magic circle. Same thing with the 100. I will keep my feet down. You can lift wherever your working place is, but I will stay down. And I curl into myself, the tips of my shoulders. I look into my stomach and I pump vigorously. Breathe in for 5 and out for 5, and let the lower abs sink into the mat. When you inhale to the low back. Open the shoulders. 20 more. And rest. Rest for a second, and then you can roll up on your elbows, or you can go every time from the side if you really are in pain. So the elbow slip, you can replace every rounded rolling exercise with the elbow slip. They're hard, but really great to work on this shape. So low abs down, work your Thass, think of your resistance band, press the elbows down, and then lift one arm without moving anything. Try. Pull heels to buttocks, buttocks to heels. Press the elbows down. You can continue with this, or you lift both. Low abs down. And then you can combine this with a half roll up, half roll down, and find your elbow slip point when you come up. And if you wish, you continue with half roll back, or you do your roll up. I use the strap. If you don't have one, you can do without. You can keep the knees bent, whatever feels good. For the roll up, you can grab your thighs. For the hard part, the elbow slip part, and then stretch up and over. This could be really small. Exhale, connect to your mat with the whole spine. One more. Stretch the arms from your lower back and roll down. Now bend the knees again, bend the legs, and then place your diamond shape on the low back, really close to your tailbone. And now feel you have even weight on both hips. When you slide the right leg out, lift up, flex down, point up. Also the left side stays down, and then you go into circle, just 2. Left leg is pressing down, reverse. You can repeat this, so you try to straighten the left leg without changing anything. 2. Reverse, back ribs in the mat, and bend it in. Now the left one, slide out, and the right hip has weight in your hands. And then 2 circles, reverse. Right leg is working too. Reach out, don't change anything. 2 more each way. And bend. Now for rolling like a ball, you can replace with elbow slip again, or then you come to sitting. You can use the side. And then grab the shins and push the shins into your hands. Press the heels tight together, roll back and forth. Really press the heels and push the shins into your hands. That helps a lot. And breathe into your back. One more. And then I'll roll all the way down. And for your stomach series, single leg stretch, first right leg in. And now you curl into yourself. The tips of your shoulders stays down. And now you straighten the left one without disturbing the hip. Bend, stay up when you change. Pull in, reach out, bend in, and switch. Think of your magic circle here. And release. For your double leg, bend the knees in. Small ball. And then press the arms down, reach the legs to the ceiling, a little bit down, and make your diamond shaped legs. Now reach the fingers to the toes, to the back, circle, bend it in. Press down, bottom ribs, reach. Diamond shape or straight leg, whatever feels better. And rest. Left leg down, bend, right leg. So climb a tree. Just the tips of your shoulders. Bring the leg into you and reach the tailbone out. Roll down again. Walk long in your spine, longest round shape, and switch. Work the right leg as well. Pull heel to buttocks, buttocks to heel. Don't come too high. Feel the tips of your shoulders curl into yourself. Reach reach the tailbone out. And rest. Circle the arms and bring the hands behind your head for your double straight leg stretch. Roll up again. Bend the knees and do again a diamond-shaped leg, so knees are slightly bent and open. Squeeze the heels. And the important thing is the curl in the upper back. Curl up, and if you can stay here, you lower the legs a bit. Squeeze the heels. It's shaky. And rest. Feet down, and then just curl up and twist. The legs stay down, heel to buttocks, buttock to heels, round and twist. Stay up when you twist to the other side. So it's round in your upper back, not in your lower back. Tailbone long. One more. Ooh. Press the feet down. Exhale. And rest. Whew. Hard work, right? So for your spine stretch forward, sometimes it's more comfortable with low back pain if you sit a little bit elevated. So I have an elevated mat. If you don't have this kind of mat, you can use a block, a yoga block, or a blanket or a cushion. So inhale, hands on your thighs. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, stretch up and over. Could be really small. You can also bend the knees. Exhale, and you lift your lower back when the arms slide forward. Lift out of your sit bones. One more. Open the back, the lower back, roll up. And then turn on your stomach for your swan, long arms. And first, just breathe into your back, into your low back. It's easier when you're on your stomach because the breathing into your front is blocked, so you can really address your back. And feel how connected you get with your center when you breathe deeply. So pubic bone stays down when you lift your chest. So think of your foam roller, your barrel, you bend over without losing your lower back, no arch there. And down again, lift up. Open the chest, reach the legs in opposition. Lift your sternum to the ceiling. And then when you come down, lift the legs, just 1 inch, and then lift the sternum. And lift the legs and the sternum. One more, legs and sternum, and rest. Round. And then come your stomach again, and make fists in front of your head, and press the fists together, and like in swan, lift the sternum up, press the arms down for your single leg kick. Kick, kick, reach, kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, try to lift the knee a bit, and the pelvis is really still and quiet. It's not moving. You work from the back of your legs. One more. And rest. Lie on your right ear, hands behind your back. And now both legs lift, knees up, kick. 1, 2, 3. And now lift the arms to lift the chest. Make sure you're bending over from your upper back, lower back stays long. And other ear, kick, 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 stretch. And lift the knees, kick, 1, 2, 3, lift. Pubic bone stays down, hip points up. It's so good, we do another set. Find your tricep working to lift up. And rest. Great job. Now tuck the toes. And breathe into your back. Exhale. And now come to kneeling. And instead of thigh stretch, we'll do a hip flexor stretch, because a tight hip flexor is responsible for a lot of low back pain. So make sure your diamond shape is square. So hip points up, hips on one line. And then lift the arm from the side you're stretching up and over. To increase the stretch, you can grab the wrist of this hand and you lift your lower back up with the stretch to the side. So stretch the whole side. And think you want to stand up, so push away from your back knee. Really lift. Breathe. Release and switch. Diamond shape. So this is my right side, it's tighter, so I make sure I'm not arching my back, tailbone long, and then lift up and over, and stretch the whole right side. And I'm thinking I want to lift up, I stand up. And rest. Now sit again, a little bit elevated. You can do straight legs or crisscross applesauce, but you're not losing your knees, you're really working your glutes. So press the heels down, feel the connection, heels to buttocks. Take the hands on your shoulders, draw some big circles. Reverse. And then go into your spine, twist. 1, 2, and center, and twist. This could be really small. Make sure you're working your legs, your booty, and rest. Now come to your side, first side, kicks. If you have a moon box, you can place the bottom leg on the moon box. Soft in your bottom leg, and then front and back. And now this is also for your side, for your waist, your lateral abs. And when you draw your diamond shape here, you make your diamond shape, you feel it wants to move, but it's not allowed. And then up and down. One more. And then small circles to the back. Reverse. And then a hot potato, lift up and tip forward and back, front and back, and really quick. Up, up, 3, 2, lift, 1, and rest. And then turn to the other side. I will face you. You can also turn and face your back to me. And then first diamond shape, front, back, One more. And up and down. And to the back circles. Reverse. And hot potato up and tip. Really quick. Ooh. Everything stays quiet. 3, 2, lift. 1, and rest. Teaser, we will do elbow slip into teaser. You can also do elbow slip again. So everything is square. Lift the legs. Also diamond shape is fine. And now lift your lower back with your arms, reach to the toes, and bend again. And lift, reach. One more. Lift, and rest for a second. Pull the knees in, and then turn to hands and knees position. Shoulders and wrists in one line, knees and hips in one line, and try to think you're pulling a pole out with your shoulder blades and your hands, also with your knees and hips. So really pull out, and then lift the right hand and the left leg. You can stay on the mat or you lift up. Nothing moves. One more. And then turn to sitting again. Fingers to the booty if possible. If not, you grab the sides. Bend knees. And then lift. Diamond shape. The seam of your pant is in one line with the mat. One more. And work your upper back, open up. You sit on one hip for mermaid into side bend. So pull the legs into the booty, lift up and over. And then you bring the elbow down, hands forward, legs a little bit away. And then you lift up, you pull the hips over the knees, find your diamond shape, and feel your side is working. And then with your side body, lift up, stretch, and lift up, work your booty. One more. And then switch to the other hip, pull in, stretch, lift, stretch, and strength here, diamond shape. One more. And rest. Now come hands and knees again. Tuck the toes. And then try to bring the heels down. You can grab the mat. So I'm really tight here in my calves and Achilles. So you can grab the mat, whatever. Breathe into your back. And then heels together to standing. Knees can be soft. And then we will go into push-ups. Roll down. Walk into hands and knees position. Knees stay here. You walk more forward. You are one straight line, and then you bend one time, chest in front of your fingers. Lift round, long arms, walk back. Bend knees when you roll up again. Knees stay here, walk the hands, 2 push-ups. Find your diamond shape. Last time with 3 push-ups. Hip points up, open the chest. 1, 2, 3. Round from your ribs. Walk from your center. Roll up. Really tall. And you are done. Great job. So how is your low back? I hope it feels strong and stretched and supported from our center. Thanks for joining. It was a pleasure. If you have questions, feel free to ask them at OPC. We would love to help you. Have a great day. Take care of you. Bye.